Every year, thousands of Filipino children are born with congenital heart disease. For many families, the diagnosis comes with fear, not only of the illness but of the cost of survival. In communities where access to specialized care is limited, a simple heartbeat can become a daily struggle. For some, hope feels distant, but for others, hope arrives in the form of people who choose to serve. Operation Braveheart is a public service initiative dedicated to giving children and adults with congenital heart defects a fighting chance at life. It provides free, life-saving cardiac procedures to patients who would otherwise be unable to afford treatment. Through the partnership of volunteer physicians, the Philippine General Hospital, civic organizations, and student volunteers, Operation Braveheart transforms compassion into concrete care.
Operation Braveheart came about kasi at that time, I was looking for sources of funding, for our patients who will underwent what we call transcatheter therapy. This is a process wherein we fix heart defects by implanting a device or an occluder. Medyo mahal ito. And so, eventually, narinig ko na may isang brad, si Dr. Jess Socrates, na he was helping patients, actually pediatric patients, have their surgeries. So, and eventually, nagkaroon kami ng time na makapag-usap. Nalaman ko na magkano na-allocate na budget per patient. Tapos sabi ko sa kanya, Brad, baka pwede mong subukan na we have a heart procedure which will entail maybe about 50,000 pesos per kid. Mabilis lang yung process, and then sabi niya, sige, tignan ko yan, I'm interested. So we showed him how we do it and the process, and then doon na nag-umpisa, na parang, ganito lang pala kabilis, and yet life-changing yung heart procedure.
Operation Braveheart is built on a simple but powerful idea. Healing must be complete, not only for the body, but also of the spirit, the family, and the community. This is why the initiative brings together three interconnected pillars of care. Inside the hospital, volunteer cardiologists, surgeons, anesthesiologists, nurses, and trainees work side by side to provide free, life-saving cardiac procedures to children and adults with congenital heart disease. But healing does not end when the monitors are turned off. Beyond the operating room, Camp Braveheart creates a space where children can once again be children, where laughter replaces fear, and families find comfort in one another's stories. In these moments of play, conversation, and shared experience, patients rediscover confidence, belonging, and joy.
For us, organizing Camp Braveheart annually is an important thing because it creates an environment where our patients are able to play, enjoy, and celebrate their newfound hope. I think this also highlights that our service does not stop at treatment alone. We also want to make sure that our patients feel like they have a whole community supporting and believing in them as they achieve their dreams.
And because every story of healing deserves to be heard, Braveheart Stories carries these journeys beyond the hospital walls. Through storytelling and advocacy, patient experiences are shared to raise awareness about congenital heart disease, encourage early diagnosis, and remind the public that access to care can change the course of a life. Since its inception, Operation Braveheart has provided life-saving care to over 270 children and adults. Many have returned to school, regained their strength, and rejoined daily life with renewed hope. Families, once burdened by the impossible cost of care, are now free to focus on rebuilding their lives. The impact is not only measured in procedures performed, but in futures restored, families strengthened, and communities renewed. In a healthcare system where access remains unequal, Operation Braveheart bridges the gap between need and care. It shows what is possible when institutions, professionals, and citizens choose to work together. This initiative affirms a simple truth. Quality healthcare should never be a privilege reserved for the few. It is a shared responsibility we owe to one another. Operation Braveheart is more than a program. It is compassion in action. And it is proof that when we choose to care, we give more than treatment, we give hope. Because every heart deserves a chance to live, to heal, and to dream again.